Alright guys, welcome back to another E36 video. Since the last time I filmed and showed you the car, a lot has happened. Not necessarily to the car, but that I found out. The first thing is that the ABS and traction controller broken. So whenever I turn the car on, the lights up there in the dash, they'll turn on and they'll stay on. So apparently the guy that I bought the car from, he took the dash lights out to try and like hide it from me, or the gauge cluster lights. So I took the gauge cluster out and replaced the bulbs, so now they fit. And I also have a check engine light on, and when I got that scan, they came back with 5 different emissions codes, so that's what we're gonna try and tackle today. But also, one thing that happened that's pretty big is I cut the rocker panels off. I have another full video on the rocker panels coming whenever I finish this job, so in like half a month or so, I'm gonna probably finish the job and I will post a video about it. But for now, today we're gonna try and fix an exhaust leak. So if you look down under the car, yeah, right there where the 2 exhaust pipes meet is where it's leaking from because they're so rusted. So today I'm going to chop it off right there and then put a piece in the middle and connect it. So that's what I'm gonna do today. So these are the materials that I need for the job today. The only concern is that this exhaust coupler doesn't fit because for some reason my exhaust pipes are kind of weird like sizes. They're not exactly like 2 1/4 or 2 1/2 or something like that. So I measured them and got it the closest I could. So I'm gonna try and like squeeze it on there, and if it doesn't fit, then I'll have to go back. But so the thing is I have 2 exhaust pipes because the E36 has 2 exhaust pipes that go down. And so I only got the materials for 1 to see if it fits. So if it fits, then I'm gonna go back to AutoZone today to get another coupler, 2 more clamps, and I'll get both of them on after that. Alright, so the first thing I need to do is cut off the exhaust right here. Now I don't have like a reciprocating saw or anything, so this hand saw is gonna have to do. I thought I was gonna have to take off the exhaust, like the nuts and bolts, but it's looking like they're literally completely gone, so I'm not even sure if that's even possible anymore. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it off as close to this clamp as I can, and then I'll see what happens after that. So I just loosened up this bolt that goes on this side of this one, and then I guess this kind of makes sense why this is leaking, because this piece just completely came off. Yeah, the bolt is completely just gone. Try the same thing on this one. Dang it. Well, it looks like this is stuck on here pretty good. I can't even get my socket off anymore. Alright, I'm pretty stuck. I don't know how to fix this, so I'm just gonna go ahead and figure it out, and then I'll let you guys know what I did afterwards. So it's a little while later, and the bolts are really hard to get off and I couldn't cut it, so I ended up taking the entire muffler off. I need to cut right here and then right here, so I'm just gonna do that with the muffler off, and then I'll put the new piece on, and then I'm gonna put the exhaust back on. But right now, since the muffler's off, you know we have to start it out with no muffler. Alright, I went ahead and cleaned everything up for the day, and I thought I would finish this, like half this job today, but I didn't even get like the first part done. So it took a lot longer than I thought to cut off that first part of the exhaust. So I'll go ahead and clean up for today, and then I will catch you guys tomorrow when I try and finish most of this job. Alright guys, it's the next day, and I cleaned everything up yesterday, and today I'm going to work on just cutting off the little bits off the muffler and under the car. So I backed my Honda out, and I'm about ready to get started with the muffler right now, so I'll go ahead and cut off this piece. So you can obviously see why they were leaking so much, because there were 2 of these, 1 and 2, and they were supposed to look like this. This is the only one that was still intact. This one broke off, and then these two broke off. They're completely cracked, snapped in half, so that's why I was leaking. So today I need to cut off right here and then right here, and then I'll put the new piece over top of that. So that's my plan for right now. Alright, now that I got it off, I need this piece. And then this is supposed to go onto here like this, right there. And this is a little bit too big, so I'm going to try and sand it down a little bit and then try and fit this all the way on, because it's not quite big enough to fit. So I'm going to go ahead and clean up this like metal shaving mess first, and then I'll get to that. I have these files and this sandpaper to try and sand down the area. So I'll go ahead and file the edge, and then I'll try and sand down the rest. This piece is definitely not gonna fit onto here like that. So my idea is to just clamp this down with these clamps that I have right here, and then see if it'll leak if it's not all the way on there how it's supposed to be. So I have this 2 1/4 inch clamp that I'm gonna clamp onto the exhaust connector. So I'll see how this works. There's no way this is going on, so I have to go to AutoZone and get a new part. But before I go to AutoZone, I need to check if it fits on this part of the exhaust so that I can get 1 7/8 inch for the other side. So I'll back this out, put it on the ramps, and then I'll get under there and see if it fits. I make videos and put it on YouTube.
Nice.
The car's just for fun. I do photography and videography for work, so.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. Alright, I just finished cutting all of the pieces of the exhaust off that I need to cut off, and I just bought the new parts. I bought an exhaust clamp, I bought JB Weld, and I bought a, what is it called, tiger patch. So it's like you wrap it around the exhaust and then it hardens. So I have the exhaust all fit up to the car. So now I need to go in with that, and I need to put this stuff on the exhaust to try and like get rid of the exhaust leaks. The exhaust is actually on and it's connected. I'm gonna turn it on, spray some soapy water, see how much of a leak I have, because I know I still have 1 leak that I need to like put up with some JB Weld, but I'm gonna see how much, if I have any leaks with like the new like clamps that I just put on. All right, so I just sprayed some soapy water, and right here on this clamp, it's not clamped down as tight as it should be. So there's an exhaust leak there, so I'm gonna have to JB Weld like on this side and then on this side, and then on the other pipe there is still a cut in the exhaust right there, so I'm gonna have to JB Weld that too. So that's all I have to do, and then hopefully I'll be done. Alright, I just got home from work, and I put the JB Weld on before I went to work, and then I like lathered it on there. There's a bunch of JB Weld on the covering everything, so hopefully it's been curing long enough for me to at least start it up and take it off the ramp so I can close the garage. So for now, going to go under there, see if I can puncture it with my fingernail, and then I will start it up, put it into the garage, and then I will see if it actually closed the exhaust leak. All right, here's a moment of truth, seeing if the exhaust leak is gone. It sounds like it's there still.
I'll put some soapy water on it, see where it is.
All right, the exhaust leak, as you probably heard, is still there, just a little bit. It's way better than it was before. I can't close the garage because there's how it closes and the car's right here. So I need to put it into the garage a little bit more, but the muffler has no hangers on it, so I'm not sure if it will stay up by itself. So I'm gonna have my brother hold it up like this as I walk it into as I drive it into the garage. Then I'm going to put it up on the ramps again. Once I get the car into the garage a little bit more, I'm gonna put some more JB Weld on there tonight. It should be ready by tomorrow. So hopefully tomorrow morning, the exhaust leak will be gone. Alright, so it's the next morning. I was letting the JB Weld that I put on last night cure overnight, so now I'm gonna start it up and see if the exhaust leak is still there, and if it is, I'll just add more JB Weld, let it dry, do that until it's done. So here we go. Alright, I'm gonna add a little bit more. I'm gonna dry it off, add a little bit more right under the one spot where I think there's still a leak, and then if it doesn't cover it up, that's good enough, because I mean, it's not like it's way better than it was before, so I'll leave it at that. Alrighty guys, I got the exhaust hung up by itself with the exhaust hangers. I figured out how to put them on, and I'm gonna go ahead and start up the car, and I'll show you a before with the exhaust leak and after, like right now, and then I'll show you one with the muffler off just because that sounds good. But so I'm gonna start it up, and then I'll show you, and then I'll drive it off the ramps. Then I should be done with this job, thankfully, because this job has taken way too long just for some little exhaust leak that didn't even fully fix, but I'm finished for now. So I'm gonna go ahead and start it up, put it off the ramps, and then that'll be good for this video. Alright, that's gonna go ahead and do it for this video. I am very frustrated with the exhaust leak and stuff, and this was not, I don't think I would say this is a very successful job, but I did learn how to work on some exhaust stuff. I did learn how to do the exhaust hangers, so that's all good knowledge and stuff, but the job was not completely successful. So I'm gonna end the video here, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.